For those who have been living on a different planet in recent decades, Michael Jordan is one of the most famous athletes of all time. When playing for the Chicago Bulls, he won 6 NBA titles and every award that existed. He is considered by most to be the greatest player that ever graced a court. A true all-star both on and off the court, Michael Jordan transcended his sport to become one of the icons of the 80s and 90s. However, Jordan's NBA salary only earned him a grand total of about $90 million. He's close to being worth $2 billion today, so where does all that extra money come from? Well, his endorsements make up a significant chunk. His relationship with Nike remains particularly lucrative and reportedly earns him as much as $100 million a year in royalties. Companies such as Gatorade, Coca-Cola, Chevrolet, and numerous others have all capitalized on Jordan's popularity at one point or another, while some continue to do so. This all helps with the net worth. Another major contributor to Jordan's net worth is his ownership stake in the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets are currently valued at around $1 billion, and Jordan owns over 90% of the team. So this represents a significant amount of the $2 billion net worth. Jordan also oversees a mini restaurant empire, which includes high-end eatery Florida's 1000 North, Michael Jordan's restaurant in a suburb of Chicago, and his steakhouse franchise, with locations in Chicago, Connecticut, and Washington. This and his other business ventures can explain why, despite being the best player in the NBA, his salary doesn't even come close to his investments. But how does he spend his huge fortunes? On huge houses, of course, among other things. So let's look at what the basketball legend spends his money on. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and comment down below to give your opinions on Michael Jordan's mansions. In the Chicago suburbs, Jordan owns a giant 7.39-acre, 56,000 square foot property with an infinity pool, putting green, tennis court, and a colossal 32,000 square foot home. The house features 9 bedrooms, 19 bathrooms, and a giant 23 welded into the gate of the driveway, just to remind everyone which number the basketball star had on his jersey during his playing days. If you thought that was impressive, wait until you hear the extra features it has. A full-court basketball gym complete with a signature Jumpman logo at the center court, surrounded by Jordan's children's names. Also a pond, multiple lounges and media rooms, a fully stocked bar, and a modern open space design. Famously fond of cigars, Jordan also installed a room bespoke for smoking them along with customized card tables. Not only this, but the doors to the game room came from the original Playboy Mansion in Chicago. All this makes the place a shrine to the sports star's triumphs, but unfortunately all of this customization has made the property difficult to shift. The mega property has been on the market since 2012 and currently has a price tag worth $29 million. Despite this massive price tag, taking into account all the work he's done on it, Jordan will undoubtedly take a major loss on the investment if and when he does find a buyer. But for now, Jordan doesn't need to rush as he's living it up in his current abode. These days, Michael Jordan spends most of his time in Jupiter, Florida, as opposed to space. His $13 million mansion in Florida was completed in 2013 after 18 months of construction. The space is, of course, a massive 26,299 square feet with 18 separate roof lines to create a home within a home look. The architecture is super modern and includes 11 bedrooms and 11.5 bathrooms. And just like in Chicago, has a cigar room, a full-sized basketball gym, as well as a guardhouse, a guest house, and a pool house. The property is located in the heavily secluded Bears Club, an enclave known for its high-profile golf-loving residents, complete with a course designed by golfing legend Jack Nicklaus. The land purchase cost the NBA star around $5 million, with $7 million in construction costs for Jordan's signature customization. It's not only the homes he lives in that MJ owns. When Michael just wants to get away from it all, he goes to the ski haven Park City, Utah, where he owns yet another mansion, this one with a price tag of $7.5 million. The home has just the 5 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms, plus breathtaking views of the Wasatch Mountains. Its interior features include winding staircases and high ceilings. For luxury extras, the mansion offers an infinity pool, a full gym, and a private theater with stadium seating. If that wasn't enough for a holiday home, it also features cascading waterfalls, built-in fireplaces, and of course, a golf room. It makes you wonder why Jordan would sell such a beautiful home. From holiday home to hometown house now, as we explore Jordan's home state. North Carolina is where it all started for MJ, and it only has one NBA team, the Charlotte Hornets, which he owns. He also owns a lakefront villa in Cornelius on Lake Norman, which he purchased for close to $3 million in 2013. The home includes includes 6 bedrooms and is located, as you would expect now, on the Peninsula Golf Course, a luxury country club. This property is 22 miles from the Spectrum Center, where the Hornets play their home games for a nice easy commute to see his team. The home itself is 12,301 square feet with an outdoor pool and a private dock with lake access. If Michael doesn't fancy taking a drive to the Spectrum Center, MJ's portfolio also includes a luxury condominium walking distance from the arena. In fact, the space makes up the whole 7th floor penthouse at the Trust condos, equaling about 7,000 square feet. The building is a refurbished modernist structure with elements of Japanese architecture. For a bit of relaxation, there's a roof terrace with a glass canopy for private sunbathing, an outdoor kitchen, and 360-degree views of the city. All this for a relatively cheap $1.6 million. Well, cheap for MJ anyway. These are MJ's impressive property portfolio, and they total a huge $60 million. But how does he get between them? Of course, he's going to need some luxurious transport. Away from his homes, Jordan likes to travel in style. First up is his private jet, a Gulfstream G550 that bears the Jumpman logo and a call sign N236MJ, featuring his jersey number, the number of championship titles, and his initials. This set him back $61 million. He's also known to charter a 230-foot yacht called Mr. Terrible, which hosts 8 cabins and a full-sized basketball court, among other things. He might not own this particular monster, but at $80 million for the whole thing, we don't doubt that the deposit on it probably costs more than most people's houses. And we haven't even got to his cars yet. He has a whole garage full of supercars, and here are a few. Debuting in 2004, he owns the DB9 as the predecessor of the Aston Martin DB7, which Jordan also owned. The Volante is the convertible variant. The DB9 Volante is equipped with 470 horsepower and can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.7 seconds, and can reach top speeds of up to 300 kilometers an hour. At the time of its release, the DB9 Volante would set you back $200,000. MJ also owns one of the cars in the original hypercar trinity, the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. The 722 version is a special edition of the SLR, which also includes a modified SLR engine that generates a power output of 641 horsepower. At the time of its release, the SLR 722 was priced at about $500,000. Today, however, listings for used 722 models are priced right around $1.2 million. It seems fitting that one of the most celebrated athletes of all time also owns one of the most iconic cars of all time. The Porsche 911 was first introduced in 1963 as a 2-door high-performance car with a rear-mounted engine. Throughout his NBA run, Jordan has owned the 930, 964, and 993 models of the 911. The Air Jordan VI sneakers also borrows its design from Jordan's Porsche. A base model Porsche 911 would cost you around $90,000 today. And that about does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss a video from us.